Hello and welcome to the Girl Fit Method podcast. I'm your host, Natasha Wakefield, and I am here to help you take charge of your health, get empowered, and ultimately become the best version of yourself. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to the Girl Fit Method podcast. On today's podcast episode, we are in for a very spicy time, and I am joined by two beautiful guests. We have AJ Paps and we have the wonderful Siggy. Hello, guys.
Hello.
She's the beautiful one. I'm like the beauty.
Handsome?
It's the beauty and the beast.
Yeah, maybe.
Facts.
It's the beauty and... Oh, okay, all right, whoa. How you go from I'm a body confidence coach and straight away it's facts? What the hell?
I am beautiful.
You are beautiful.
True.
Thanks for having us.
My absolute pleasure. So we've had Siggy on the podcast a few times. Siggy, do you want to give us a really quick recap of who you are?
Yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm a body confidence coach. I've been in this industry for about 12 years now, and I love talking about the mindset, eating habits, emotional eating, confidence from the bedroom to the environment, to relationships, to dating, to literally
I need some bedroom
anything.
tips if you got them.
I'll give you some later.
Thank you.
And AJ, Mr. AJ, I called you the love doctor the other day.
You call me guru. I'm like, I'm not a guru.
No,
Everyone
that's
is
an expert.
What a guru? What?
An expert.
An expert.
Sex
I was like-
expert.
An expert.
I get in trouble for
A
that because
professor.
people always comment, what are your qualifications? I don't know. I'm underqualified. What the fuck's it to you? Just take the advice and use it. Try before you buy.
Okay, so how do you describe yourself? What's your elevator pitch? Go.
I'm a humanitarian.
Oh, bless.
I'm a humanitarian.
Making the world a better
I
place.
just well, I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been trying to move towards the sort of like, bedroom, dating, and self-confidence coach.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Unsolicited, underqualified. So, I've had multiple adult businesses. So I've just taken the knowledge that I've learned in those fields and just share it and become a humanitarian.
Awesome. Yeah, don't talk yourself down. AJ's amazing, gives incredible advice, and we are going to have a fun conversation
We
today.
are.
I'm so excited. To kick things off, we're going to have a fun little segment.
Okay.
And Sig, I'm going to hand over to you. She's got some questions lined up for us. So, AJ, this is how it's going to happen. She's going to ask you a this or that, or what would you rather? And then she's going to ask me.
Gotcha.
Okay?
What about who's going to ask you?
You guys can ask me.
She's in
Yeah,
control. She's asking the
conversation.
questions.
Team players, can't
Yeah.
leave you out.
All right, we know that sex questions are hot. And sometimes when you ask a certain question, you get horny at the moment and a little bit embarrassed because you don't know what the person's going to answer or you're unsure of what you're going to be thinking, vice versa. So,
I've
AJ,
actually never spoken about sex before. It's my first time, so I'm just shy.
I don't. I'm
Baby
hoping to learn
steps.
what sex is today, actually.
do we need to have the conversation?
actually
Well,
a
I'm
virgin.
hoping that's what this is.
Actually,
I've never kissed a girl before, or a boy, so just make that very clear. Hit us.
all right, AJ, would you rather?
No, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
Are you going to hit me first? Okay.
Ladies
Okay,
first,
go,
I'm a
go. I'm
gentleman.
up for it.
Okay, I'm going to have to change the scenario
Oh,
then.
yeah, hit me then first. All right, go.
All right.
Let's go.
For an ideal date, would you rather brunch and walk at a local park sightseeing or dinner and fingering at a local wine bar?
Ooh-wee. Where?
As in, like, finger food?
No.
Well, restart the question. What?
What date is this? Not the first date.
It can be whatever you want.
Yeah, we can't do that on the first day. I'm a gentleman.
So make it like the fifth date.
Wait, what was the lunch one?
Brunch or a walk by a local park.
Where's the sex act with that?
There's no sex. That's why, what would you rather?
No, I'm shy. I'll go for the walk.
Walk it is. Tash, what would you go for?
Please. Oh, look, I'm partial to a finger.
Oh.
I enjoy finger food.
Well,
It's
it
good.
depends.
Me too.
It depends on where you're at in the relationship.
Not a first date.
I reckon the second sounds fun. Yeah.
Little
Getting a little frisky. Absolutely.
Tash is like, we'll go for brunch and then, hey, how about we do dinner after?
Exactly.
Fuck yeah. I'm on it.
YOLO. All right. Would you rather secretly receive oral while you're at work or secretly give your partner oral?
Secretly. At work.
Secretly at work.
In my current job now, because that's like a HR issue and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a HR
You get
issue for
fired.
me.
Take the logic out.
So take
Let's
what I do
think
for
fantasy.
work. Okay.
You work for the public service.
What would you
in a
rather?
I'm a
taxation office?
humanitarian, so I'm a giver, so I'll give.
Yeah, I'd give too. That's hot.
Yeah, I'd give for sure. All right.
Actually, I'm gonna get in trouble because like I'm one of them hygiene freaks, so she needs to have like a shower before.
Fair.
I'm like, I always get into.
It can't be after like a 8-hour festival.
No, absolutely
you're in
not. You know, I got like nearly got.
Filth.
I got abused by someone once because they're like, "Well, what? Well, you're not a real man, then." Blah blah blah. Because I'm a fucking hygiene freak. Yeah.
Nah, that's just disgusting.
Can I swear
Yeah,
on
it is
this?
gross.
Yes.
What's
Okay.
up? Yeah.
Sorry, foul mouth.
Too late. All right, next.
All right. Would you rather be handcuffed or blindfolded while she's doing her thing to you?
Both.
No, you can choose one.
No.
Can't have it
both.
all.
I can always have both. Both.
Wait,
What
so
would you
what's the
rather?
act?
Whatever. It
And
could
either
literally-
handcuffed
or
or...
blindfolded.
Blindfolding is actually better than the handcuff because of sensory deprivation.
I've heard that.
So when you cut off when you cut off the senses, if someone like was to actually be blind in real life or become deaf, all the other senses are enhanced. So that's why the blindfold. When you have the blindfold on, the thought of it is the idea that you can't see. So the anticipation actually what makes it much more intense because you feel a lot more because your body has to. I forgot the word. Like has to sort of
The other senses are kind of making up for
like
it.
look after the other one. Has to not reciprocate, like has to compensate for the other sense that's not there.
Makes sense. What would you rather?
Well, I'd probably then be blindfolded, I guess. Yeah. But I would go
Blindfolded
both
it
too.
is. I love these questions. Who
Ah,
came
these
up
are
with
good.
them? You're
Wow.
welcome. You fucking
What about
love
you?
them.
Handcuffs or blindfold?
Blindfolded for sure.
Ew.
For sure. All right. Would you rather be dirty talking during sex or have her just straight out moaning?
Yeah, but is it real moaning or fake moaning?
Of course it's real. If she's fake, she's out of the door.
Nah, again, both. Can't give me one or the other because I'm always going to choose both.
Can you ask the question again?
Would you rather be talking dirty during sex?
Me talking dirty or him?
Both.
Because she's going to moan more if you talk dirty. Women love noise.
Okay, I need to visualize this.
Him talking dirty to you, calling you good girl.
Ooh.
Or would you rather him just moaning and breathing fucking heavily on your
Oh,
neck?
it depends on my mood. Because if he's moaning, then I'm more in control, which I like occasionally. But if he's talking dirty, that's hot too. I would, depends on what I'm feeling on the day. Overall, on average, I'd go dirty talk. Yep.
Yourself?
Lock me in.
Definitely dirty talk. I need vocal.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. All right.
Aiden's like, what? Have you been answering these questions too? That's so weird. I got in trouble for talking to him before, so like, we'll just. I would love to know your answers after this.
Final question. Would you rather fall in love with a freaky, hot mamacita
Ooh.
who supports your dreams
Ooh.
or a hot spiritual mummy who just wants kids?
Same thing.
No.
What was the first one? Can you read that
The
again?
first one, she's hot, she supports your dreams, but the other one is spiritual and wants kids.
See, I'm the loophole king, so my dream is to have kids, so she shouldn't be supporting my dreams when she has my babies. There you go, mommy. Answer solved.
You'd like the spiritual as well, I feel.
I don't give a fuck as long as she raised my kids good.
Okay. Good mama. All right, so I've got to think about a dad. All right, so one that supports my dreams. And what was the other thing? Is
Who
hot.
wants kids? Well, he's hot and wants to support your dreams.
Again,
Does
both.
he not want kids? Does he not want kids?
We don't
Because if he
know.
wants kids, he's winning, in
Well,
my
there's a
opinion.
loophole, so
Well, I need kids too. So I'd go the first one, assuming he wants children.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd marry him.
likewise. Yeah, I love this. That was the last one.
Oh, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boom. Well, we've gotten to know each other a little bit better.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm shy, but yeah, great.
Hardly. So AJ, I want to now, we've got some voice memos coming. So we've got lots of questions in from some ladies, which are so juicy. I listened to them before. They're good. But what I want to do is have a chat with you about, in particular, girls, right? So
I feel like I'm in trouble. I'm going to have a chat with
Take
you.
a seat.
Fuck, shit.
you are in
down.
trouble.
Ah, shit.
Sit down and shut up.
That's an issue.
I need to know. The girls want to know. There's two things I want to break down, and that is, what do you think are the main things that women get wrong when it comes to, we're going to go over dating and also sex. But let's go and start with dating first. So Sig and I are both single, and actually, AJ, you're single too.
I am.
We're here. Okay, so we're all single. We know what the dating world's like. It's a wild place, bit of a zoo out there.
It's a
only wild
jungle.
It's only that if you see it like that.
Well, wild could
Some
be...
people would see a jungle as a jungle. Some people see it as a paradise. It's all on your perception.
True.
At the end of the day, like you're ultimately going to attract what you see. So if you think that everyone's a piece of shit, you're only going to attract pieces of shit.
100%.
If you see that like, oh, you know, there's good people out there, you're always going to find a diamond in the rough. Everything is ultimately what you perceive. Like not that you say, everyone says it, but it burns me to be like, oh, it's fucked out there, it's fucked out there. 100% it's fucked out there with that attitude. Like, oh, but I've had this bad experience, I've had that bad experience. Exactly. But like, the thing is, if you see the bad experiences as stepping stones and learning curves, you're going to get to ultimately who you want to be with a lot quicker. Yes, you might have to kiss a fucking couple of frogs, which is unfortunate, but that's what life is. And it's ultimately your choice whether you just kiss them or you flirt with them a little bit and weed them out to see if that's what you like. You know? Doesn't mean that the dating world's broken or thing. Are there a lot more frogs out there? Yes. Does that mean there's a lot less princes? No, they're just more fuckwits that you have to weed out.
Do you know, I think I so agree with you, and I think the problem is, in conversations that I've had with girls as well, is that they get hurt, and they'll get hurt time and time again. And
Then they do the hurting.
What was that, sorry?
Then they do the hurting.
Well, that's right. Hurt people.
I want a good guy. Then they get a good guy and then they treat him like shit.
Yeah.
And it's a toxic cycle. And then what happens is because he got treated shit by a girl, he's all like huffed up, I hate women. Then he treats the good girl like shit. And then it's just a toxic cycle.
And I think people don't take the time to stop and to actually heal and figure out even what they're looking for in a partner. You know, like what to you. And sometimes we think we want something, like we want this type of person, but subconsciously we're attracted to someone that doesn't give us that because it's familiar. And so you end up in these situations or situationships and the same thing is happening over and over, and then they get into this mindset of everyone's fucked, like you said, hate men, hate women. And they're stuck.
Oh,
when
no, I
really
love
it's...
women, just to make it very
Me
clear.
too.
Well, do you like girls?
I prefer men, but I love women too.
Girl.
No, in that way, mate.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, go you. You got two lots of dating worlds.
All right, so, okay, so that's, I guess, like a great point on dating, but I want to kind of delve in a little bit more. So what is your stance on first moves?
What do you mean first move?
Girls making first moves.
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay, why is that from a male's perspective?
I don't know, that's just me. I like being the one who makes the move. Because, okay, from my personal point of view, it's like if I'm not into someone or like I'm busy with life or something and I'm not I don't like making people feel rejected. That's just how I am. Like I'm not gonna, like I don't want to lead someone on. Even if I'm like talking to someone, dating someone, like I make it very clear what I'm after, so no one ever can be like, oh, you led me on, or you did this, you did that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it. I don't like people. Me as a person, I would rather be the one being rejected than someone feel as if I've rejected them.
Yeah.
So if like, for example, obviously because of what I do and the content that I think, I have a lot of people message me saying, oh, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. But like, if I wanted to, I'd say, let's hang out. But by me saying, oh, look, unfortunately, I'm busy and all that, like, I feel bad. But I'm
So
also
how
not
do you
gonna,
reject someone? Yeah, tell me, what's your...
I'm just polite. I'm just like, sorry, I've got plans.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm
Yeah.
in the middle of something. I'm focused on work. I've got life happening.
Yeah.
I just don't like making people feel rejected. That's me personally. Doesn't mean that you can't shoot your shot, that you shouldn't shoot your shot, and not everyone is like me, but that's just how I am. Also, I just feel like men go for what they want. I'm always going to go for what I want, you know? And I don't want other people to feel rejected if they're not what I want. And because then, if they're like, just because they're not what I want doesn't mean that they're not worth everything that they want. You know, that's another misconception with dating, that we think that, you know, once we get rejected, I'm not good enough. No, you're just not that person's type.
Yeah.
And that is completely okay.
Yeah.
I'm not everyone's type. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And that is completely okay.
Yeah.
If we were everyone's type, it'd be like a weird world, you know? But the problem is people take rejection as like something's wrong with them, rather as it's a redirection to exactly who you're meant to be with, you know? Everyone has a type, and that's why they say, oh, you should love everyone equally. No. Like,
Doesn't work that
doesn't
way.
work like that. Like,
Nah.
well, you should, like, you know, it's not about looks, it's not about this. Everyone is attracted to what they're attracted to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm actually, I need mental stimulation.
Yeah.
So the body doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
As long as like they're taking care of their health, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But like, I need mental stimulation. But it's also like, people shouldn't look at rejection as like, oh, you know, I'm not enough. Oh, just because fucking Chad didn't want you.
Yeah.
Fuck Chad. Like,
Fuck
you know.
you, Chad.
Do you know what I did?
Go to John.
Do you know what I did the other day? The first time ever. I shot my shot. I shot my shot. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I shot my shot with a guy.
And?
Now, I came into this situation confident because we had a bit of a history in the past, and he.
How long? But what's the past?
Okay, all right. So I'll give you the full
7 years
scenario.
ago, he waved at me, and I'm like, hey. This is a crazy thing
Okay.
about girls.
So here's the thing. Oh gosh, I hope he doesn't listen to this. Okay, so we met out once, and then
Where at?
Do you know what's really funny?
The settings always.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you.
And when was
we
this?
were
And
out.
why wasn't I told about
the
this?
setting is very important.
Okay, so we were out. At
Where,
this,
but?
Yeah, I'm telling you, AJ. We were out at this in Adelaide. It's called Shotgun Willie's, right? It's like country music. This tiny little bar. It's so fun. Everyone dances on the tables. Great time. Met him there. I don't know how much I should tell you here.
Go on.
Okay, so we met there, had a great night, and talking about fingering
Oh, so you had a great
on the
night.
dance floor.
Well,
Sneaky
that
sleep.
answers that question.
A sneaky sleep, okay. So that's as far as it went in that capacity. Then we started talking, we got on really well, and we went on a few dates. Quick interruption. So if you want to win a $100 Gymshark voucher, I give one away per month to anyone that leaves a rating, review, and subscribes to the podcast. All you need to do is take a screenshot of that rating, review, send it to me on Instagram at GirlFitMethod podcast Instagram page, and you will go into the running. All right, back to the podcast. I got rejected, but I didn't take it personally because, like, fair cool. Like, he's got a reasonable, he's got a reason to not want to pursue anything with me. Fair enough, from my own past actions, and I respect that. But also, like you were saying, AJ, you're not everyone's cup of tea.
No.
And I always talk, because we, talk a lot about body image and things like that. I talk about all of my girls being different ice cream flavors, and sometimes people are into chocolate, they're into vanilla, they're into choc chip, and we are all just different ice cream flavors.
Yeah, no offense, but if you're mint, like, I'd probably like, yeah, no offense. Sorry, I love the analogy, but if you're like choc mint, get the fuck away from me. Yeah, absolutely.
What, you don't like?
Nah, I'm sorry. I don't body shame, no, but if you're choc mint, tell me you're fucking vanilla.
Are you like a vanilla?
I'm like, no, I like a caramel with
Yeah, so
like
do I.
and all that.
So do
but if
I.
you're like choc mint, like, no.
Chocolate caramel.
I love, no, do you know what mine is? Hokey pokey.
Yeah, hokey pokey.
Oh,
Nice.
Whoever likes vanilla,
I do.
no, I was going to say I like
on
vanilla
its
too.
own.
Yeah.
I like vanilla.
I'm psychotic. I eat toast
Yeah,
all the
you
time.
are psychotic.
AJ,
That's
do you
okay.
like chocolate?
I eat
I'm
toast
glad you
on
just
his-
admitted that.
Yeah, I don't know. I got weird fucking flavour things. I think I'm pregnant half the time.
What's your weird combo with
That'll be a
food?
first.
I don't have weird combos, but like I'll eat like weird shit. Like my
What, like
favourite.
chips with ice cream?
Nah, I'm not that fucked up.
Okay.
Oh, that's yummy. No,
that's
way.
weird.
You never do that at Macca's? Dipped your
No.
chips
I
into...
don't get that.
Absolutely not.
I don't
Oh,
get that.
I did.
Nah.
Absolutely.
Let's all do that
I'm
after
not the
this.
type
We'll
that
go
eats cereal on his own. Like I'll go get and you should go and eat it like it's popcorn.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that.
That's nice.
The combo I love the most. If they gave me one last meal, it would be Wheat Bix, honey, and Milo on top of it.
That's so
Milo.
fucking random.
I've never tried
Off
it
its
Milo.
head.
It will be so dry.
Excuse me, you two
don't
were
have to,
talking
like,
about
fucking
food
munch
now.
that for so long.
Let's bring this back on track, please.
Yeah, sorry.
Come on. All right. Well, let's get stuck into these voice moments because I got some.
hit me.
I got some juicy ones. All right. And hold on. It's just left the page. That's a bit annoying. Give me 1 second. Just talk amongst yourself, guys. Let's get these.
Choc mint.
Choc mint.
Okay.
What do you? Okay, go.
Oh, no. No, what were you going to say?
What's your number one tip for body confidence? Like the end all be all. You only have one to give someone. You're never going to see this person ever again in their life. They're never going to come across your content, nothing. And you have to give them one tip that will change their life and their perception on their body. I used to have body confidence issues.
What issues did you have?
I never liked being naked.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I just never liked being naked. So I started sleeping naked, complimenting myself in the mirror. Like, damn, you're the perfect size. And then just, yeah. Now I'm like, fuck, what? I actually got to the point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck if anything leaked. Like, it is what it is. That's me, baby.
Like that Drake photo. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm
did.
not that good, but like, like this, He fucked up the angle. There's so many better ways to angle that, but like, I'm not that good.
Maybe he needs some tips.
I'm
from
comfortable,
you.
but I'm not that comfortable,
I'd say the one tip, and that's why I asked you, is accepting your flaws and working on your goals as you go
That's
through
my
it.
favorite one.
Love that.
Yeah.
The actual, like, the moment I stopped giving a fuck was the moment everything in my life got better.
Yeah.
Like, sex,
What age was that?
recently, 26, 27.
Yeah, I find it. It's like
was from a lot of
mid-20s.
psychedelics.
Yeah.
What?
That's from a lot of psychedelics.
Which ones?
I do shrooms.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yes.
I do shrooms.
Love a good shroom.
You have to do a lot of psychedelics.
That's another
get you a lot of
podcast
places.
episode.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I love shrooms.
Do you know what mine
Psychedelics
would
with
be?
Siggy.
Which was a massive shift for me, was to completely and utterly lean into your individuality and stop trying to compare yourself to be like the norm.
Or trying to be like someone.
And don't,
Yeah.
like you don't want to. Like who you are, like what makes you different to that person, because that's what makes you you. And that's attractive. When you meet someone, you don't like that person because they're a clone of 10 other people. You like them because they're an individual and they've got something new to bring to the table. They're stimulating, they're intelligent. Like, that's what's exciting about people. We're all different. But we're like so self-conscious of the fact that we're different. And that goes for bodies too.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna do these voice memos. I got it up. Okay, are we ready?
How juicy is it?
They're pretty juicy.
Fuck
I don't
yes.
know if this one's juicy. We'll see. This is from Loz.
Hey guys, I would love some advice on how I can reduce my reliance on my vibrator to reach orgasm. At the moment, it's the only way that I can reach orgasm, and I would love to become more sensitive to manual stimulation.
Good question. AJ.
That is a very good question.
It's so common.
Yeah.
I went through that on one stage and I was just like, surely there's another fucking way.
There is. Stop using it 7 fucking times a day. Like, it's simple.
It's so good.
Yeah, I
It's
don't care. I
hard.
don't care.
It's like
All right, let's go back to
withdrawing.
ice cream. If you eat your little choc mint every fucking day, you're going to get over the flavour.
Yeah, fair.
True? That's the
AJ,
same
can I
thing.
ask a question? Can every single girl come without a vibrator?
I get in trouble for this. I remember I tried to get cancelled. Nearly got cancelled for this because it's
Disclaimer.
Let's get you cancelled
fucking
again. Go.
Ridiculous.
Go.
Once you don't have the clear, you're not a woman, you can't talk. Firstly, I've had 10 years in the adult industry. My parents have been in the industry for 25 years. I'm able to talk on a fucking topic. I speak about clits all day. Here's the thing.
He just drops that so casually.
Like, you got individuality. The thing is, you can, like, there's finishing by yourself and then there's finishing with a partner. We put so much emphasis that all women can finish. They can't. All women are the same. You're not. So you have to explore yourself enough to understand what gets you off. And then you have to go and teach that to your partner. Your man doesn't have the instruction manual of what gets Natasha off. You know, what gets Siggy off. We don't know. I only know what my ex got her off because I explored her body. And then what happens is we copy and paste that to the next one,
Yeah.
thinking that, oh, but this gets women off. It doesn't. When you're by yourself, you have to explore what gets you off, whether it be toys, whether it be your finger, how long it takes you. That all comes from learning our bodies. Once you learn your body, you actually then realize what gets you off. In terms of manual stimulation and using toys, again, you're going to have to minimize the amount you use your toy or have a little bit of a breather or have a bit of a break, and then also make sure you're with a partner that is open to receiving communication on what gets you off. See, also, to clarify why I nearly got cancelled, there's generally like 3 reasons why a girl can't get off. Number 1, they're with a partner who's got no fucking idea what they're doing, and they're not teaching their partner or they've tried to teach their partner, but their partner's not reciprocating. Number 2, they got so much shit going on in their life that like it's the last, or they actually cock block themselves. Number 2 is they cock block themselves because they're trying to focus so much on orgasming. When you focus on something, yes, it comes to you, but there's some things where you just got to let go and enjoy yourself. Sex is about having fun. Stop focusing on trying to orgasm, focus on being in the moment and having fun. The minute you let go of trying to orgasm is when it will come to you. And number 3, and this is where they tried to cancel me on, is a lot of women hold subconscious shame and guilt. Men too, a lot of subconscious shame and guilt when it comes to sex. So maybe your mum told you when you were 13, or your auntie told you when you were 13, sex is disgusting, or sex is a man's game. It's not about a woman, you just have to sit there and take it.
That's what I got taught.
100%.
And what happens is you manifest that into a subconscious belief. So yes, you can orgasm by yourself, but why can't you orgasm with your partner? When he's receptive and he's doing everything right, but I just can't get there, because that can't get there, that little bit, right in between there is a subconscious block that you have to sit there, you have to release it, you have to let it go in order to, and then apply the second method of literally just surrender, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It's a mental game, isn't it?
It's all mental.
You're so bang on though, AJ. And like, it is different from women to men. Like boys are brought up with a different narrative about sex, and it's probably changed nowadays.
We fuck ourselves too, but see, men, this will probably answer some of your questions too that you've gotten. Men don't last that long because when we first start to masturbate, I'm not thinking about my missus in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, me performing with her or anything. I don't even know she exists. So when I'm sitting there, when I'm 12, 13, when you hit puberty, your testosterone starts flowing, your body starts feeling, you want to touch your willy bear, you're playing with your willy bear, you ejaculate, you're like, oh, this feels good. Okay, as a man's brain, what am I going to do? Like civilization, 1, let's do more of it, but 2, how do I get that feeling quicker? So I'm not focused on lasting long. I'm not focused on performing. I'm focused on getting the feeling of coming as quick as possible. And also, secondly, not getting caught by my parents or my sisters or anyone walking in, so I get that embarrassing moment. So then I now have created a habit within myself to stimulation as quick as possible, blow. So then a lot of women are like, oh, you know, why doesn't he last long? Why doesn't he last long? Well, look at his home life. Does he live with his parents? Well, obviously live with his parents. Like, did he have sisters? Was he worried that, you know, how did they see it? Do they look at sex as shameful in their household? So that means he's going to try to get it off as quick as possible without getting caught. And so it's like a cycle. So it is all a mental game.
That is interesting.
It's learning and unlearning and relearning new ways on how to do things.
Yeah. Completely. I'm not a boy, so I wasn't brought up as a boy to think that way, but that makes a lot of sense. From a girl's perspective, I mean, the way that I was brought up, I don't know what it's like. Actually, your family owned sex shops. Okay, so my mum, very Greek. Like, I didn't even know girls orgasmed. No fucking idea. Like, and it was just, you know, you, like, just for whoever you're in a relationship with, and it's not really for you, it's for the man. And so you just kind of grow up, and I think a lot of girls, and I know it's the same with you as well, Siggy, like, you're not even really thinking about it for yourself.
No.
And so you're going into these situations kind of like a little bit self-conscious and not even aware of your body, what you like, because you've never been told to explore that and to actually speak up for yourself. And then you're having these sexual experiences that are shit. Yeah. He's coming quick, you're not really feeling anything, and it's like, wow, that was fun.
You're not in the moment.
Nah.
He thinks he can kiss you for 2 minutes and stick a finger in, all of a sudden you're like Niagara Falls. Like, it ain't work like that, brother. Life don't work like that. You guys spend like 15 minutes just kissing, then 15 minutes oral, then another 15 minutes trying to find where the clit is. Like, it's a long game.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also like, it's the communication as well leading up to it. Especially for women, that emotional connection, and for men, I think, as well. Like, it's that connection that you have with someone that can build up that tension, which actually makes for good sex. Yeah. Okay, next question. This is from Jordan.
How can I become more sexually intimate with my current partner after coming from a not-so-sexual relationship with my previous partner?
Well, that's all different hi to you too, Jordan. Like, gosh. Hi. That's all dependent on you. Like, that's just discussing with your partner. Like, hey, I want to have this much sex. How much sex do you want to have? And then go from there. Everything is sex is a communication game. And then sex happens.
I got a question for you, AJ.
I'm shy.
How do you deal with getting rejected in a relationship? So if you've got there's always one person that usually will have a higher sex drive than the other person. And if you feel like you're asking for it more and that other person isn't wanting it, how do you navigate that?
Look, it's a deep question because there's multiple layers to it. Because why are you the real question is, why are you getting rejected? Are you as a man getting rejected because she's exhausted because you don't pull your weight at home, or she's doing everything at home with the kids and running around and cleaning up and all that, and you're doing fuck all? Although you might be working, but like I've been taught by my mum that two people in a union work together as a team. Obviously, there's like a masculine and feminine polarity, and sort of not gender roles, but there's always going to be one.
Yeah.
There's always going to be one that says, hey, this is what we're going to do if the building goes on fire, blah, blah. But she's always taught me and my brothers that the most important thing is when you're with a partner, that you pull your fucking weight, if not go above and beyond for each other. Because then by the end of the day, she's not going to be as tired when you want sex as a man. She's going to be like, yeah, babe, fuck it. You cleaned up. That shit turned me on. You looked after the kids as well, even though you're working, you're hunting, and you're this and that. And you help. I'm not as exhausted, and I'm not fucking sitting there exhausted from nagging you as well just to help. Fuck my brains out.
Yeah.
So, the question is why are you getting rejected? That's the biggest question. Are you also getting rejected because, you might want the same amount of sex, but she might be rejecting you because she's sick of having the exact same sex.
Yeah.
The sex might be fucking she's just been doing the same thing the last 3 years with you and she's over it. So she's like, fuck this, I'd rather not. I'm not getting anything. Or is he rejecting you because he's got so much shit going on in his life that he can't even get turned on? There's so many different, the thing is, in a relationship, you have to look and speak to your partner and understand your partner. So don't look at it, oh, they rejected me. Try look at it, why did they reject me? What's this stemming on? Do they have, are we currently going through financial issues as a couple that, as a man, I'm not thinking about wanting to have sex with my wife. I'm thinking about how am I going to feed my wife? How am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to put a roof over their fucking head? The last thing I'm thinking about is, having sex with my wife. As much as I'd love to, but I've got bigger priorities.
Yeah.
So it's an individual matter, but it's also the real stem of it is not why did I get look at why you got rejected, not how to get what, you know what I mean?
Or it's not it comes down to like what we were talking about before with shooting your shot. It's not a reflection on you. If you can go into those situations, and this is what can help me sometimes, because we all get our back up, right? I'm ego is a thing, but if you can go,
You reckon? Mate.
look, for more so for some, but if you can go into something really curious about the other person and trying to understand where they're at, then that can kind of make more sense in your brain, and then that sort of takes the pressure off of you and then doesn't kind of affect your confidence. I want to go back to that question because I have a feeling that she is asking this because she didn't have much sex originally with her previous partner, and I don't know about you guys, the more sex you have, the more sex you want. And when you get used to not having a lot of sex, it's almost like I don't know, is this true, AJ?
I don't have sex, so I got no idea.
Okay, all right. Sick?
I wouldn't know.
I'll
It's
ask
been a
you
while.
this question. Oh, gee, so who's here to help me? Psst, I just need to share a quick message with you all. So listen, if you are stuck under eating, over exercising and seeing no changes in your body and you are ready to make that change, head down to the show notes. We have an application form for our one-on-one coaching program that includes our 3-phased coaching method that has helped women across the world find food freedom and improve the look of their body. All right, back to the podcast episode. It is true though, when you're having regular sex, you want to have more sex.
Yeah, 100%. When you're having good, doesn't even have to be good sex. If you're just having fun sex and you're just enjoying it, whatever, you're always going to want to have sex. You're turned on, you're in that moment. It's like you're enjoying the endorphins, the chemical rushes. It's fantastic.
Well, it's in the forefront of your mind as well.
Yeah.
So if she's come from not having a lot, this new relationship, he might be used to having a lot of sex and he's really excited. It's a new relationship. And she's kind of I'm not really used to this. But then again, it comes down to communication. Communicate with him. Let him know how you're feeling. Ease into things.
Communication solves everything.
Literally.
Yeah.
Everything.
And we're all shit at it. Lots of us can be shit at it, right? We haven't learnt how to communicate properly, especially if our examples as well, which is probably another conversation, with the relationships that we've had that we see with our parents. If there's not great communication there, we've kind of got to figure that out for ourselves as
Literally.
well. Yeah. All right, next question. Good answers, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. This is from Meg.
Okay, so what's your best tips on how to make a girl squirt, and can every girl squirt?
Gosh, if I fucking knew, honey, I'd like open up a water park. Look, get it. Okay, is she doing it by herself? Is she doing it with a man?
AJ, can I know you are the expert here, but between us three, us three, I'd like to think I'm a bit of an expert at this. Can I give my tips? May I give my tips?
It's your podcast. That's like, you know.
Thank you. Okay, so I have mastered the art of the squirt. I really hope my mum's not watching this.
Hey, Mum.
And so I believe for squirting, it is once again a mental game.
Agreed.
It is all in your head. For me personally, if I come on my own, I'll squirt every single time, and I can make myself squirt every single time. With partners, depending on how relaxed I am and how comfortable I feel with that person, I will. But if I don't, I won't.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is a mental game, but also for Meg, my biggest piece of advice, and I don't know about you, Sig, but we're going to get graphic here. When you orgasm, you have a sense of relief, right? Now, there's a part of you when you orgasm and
That
you
doesn't
have...
want to let go?
Yes.
As if
It
I
is
know
that
what
feeling.
I'm doing. It's
You
crazy.
know, AJ, have you
gosh.
experienced this yourself?
No way, I'm shy. I'm actually I'm nervous.
There is another feeling, because all of my girlfriends I've spoken to about this, they have this pressure, and you need to allow yourself to release that.
Doesn't it sound so fucked up? I had a colonic the other week for the first time ever, and like very uncomfortable for me. But I think that's what it is, that feeling. I mean, I've never squirted, obviously, but like she was telling me, she's like, just let go. It's okay. You're going to feel like you want to tense up,
Yes.
but don't, just let go.
Yes.
And I let go, I'm like, oh, this feels good. Like, you know?
Clearing.
Maybe that's what it is. Sorry to put
Exactly.
colonicing and fucking squirting in the same
It's
conversation.
a bit hotter than a colonic, but I get your point
never
there,
again.
AJ.
Not my cup of tea.
But that is exactly right. There is a built-up pressure, and a good thing that I've used, even when, as I know we've all probably been there, we're about to orgasm, and sometimes we can get to that point where we're plateauing, right? Like you can't quite come. Visualization.
That's because you said to him, don't stop, and then he went fucking left for no reason. No, bro, do exactly what you're doing. She says don't stop. It means don't stop. It doesn't mean speed it up, go left, go right.
Fuck, I hate
do
when they do
exactly what
that.
you're doing.
So
Why?
annoying.
Why do they do that?
I don't
Because
know.
again, like if you're enjoying it, our brain is, okay, she's liking it. Let me put more intensity, more pressure, more speed, more everything, because obviously I'm going to get her there quicker. It's not a matter of we just fucked it up. It's just you think that by us doing it more, you're going to get there quicker.
That's the only
Yeah.
point of time where you don't communicate. You just need to keep quiet, so they just continue doing
you
the
just
same
have to
thing.
say the exact right word. Instead of saying, don't stop, say exactly what you're doing. Not just exactly like that. So, don't stop. Okay, cool. You got to say exactly like that. Right, exactly like, don't change anything at all.
That's hard to remember when you're in the moment, though.
That's a you
When you're-
problem. That's
when-
not a me problem.
when
That's a
you're
you
in
problem.
You're just enjoying yourself.
This is a you problem.
So anyway, that would be my recommendation. But I advise every girl to try, because squirting, you orgasm, but if I don't squirt, I feel let down, because it's like a second coming.
Hold on. While I'm there, because I've got to shout out a friend's brand. It's if you're a squirter, shout out Splash Blankets.
My friends got one. They're great.
Yeah.
They are so good.
Yeah.
They're like fluffy.
Yeah, I found her profile. She was following me for a while, and then I found the profile. Someone sent me her profile. I'm like, what the hell? She follows me. I follow her back, and they got these blankets. You can literally make as much mess as you want.
Yes.
And they're amazing.
And I thought they'd be like uncomfortable and like
No,
plastic.
they're like off tap.
They are.
You put your kids on them,
They're
like not
lush.
up, like
They
well,
are,
you know,
they're
when
nice
you
and soft.
as a man, you put your kids on them, but like you get what I mean. You can do anything with them. They're crazy.
Such
So
a
shout
good
out
idea.
Splash Blankets.
Yes, sponsor us. All right, that's enough of that question. We've got one more, all right? Okie dokie. Oh, this is a good one. This is from Kyra.
I'm a demisexual, and in today's overly sexual society, I feel quite left out of the social norms and conversations. a lot of time I feel pretty pressured or obliged to have sex when meeting new people.
You don't got to do what you don't want to do.
I want to
you
stick
don't
to my
want to do.
boundaries, but sometimes it's draining. I feel bad if I don't do it, but I feel worse if I do it. Do you have any advice?
Yeah. Do what makes you fucking happy. And if someone doesn't agree with it, that person's not for you.
Do you feel as if it
Agree.
comes from like a people-pleasing
Yeah.
mentality?
Yeah, listen.
I think-
Do whatever, because those ones crack me. Do what makes you happy. You're not the only demisexual in the world. And like, I feel like sometimes I got to give it a little bit of tough love. But you're not the only demisexual in the world. There's platforms for it where there's heaps of other demisexuals. Do your own research, where you can go and find a whole bunch of other demisexuals. Sex isn't everything. Find someone who is like exactly like you, which there are out there. Again, it comes to the idea that we spoke at the start of you are what you seek. Like if you're seeing the world as every cunt's fucked, everyone's gonna be fucked. If you see the world as there's so many amazing demisexuals out there that are looking for me, you know, I'm creating space for them. Welcome to the non-thing. You don't always have to fuck. And if you feel pressured or you think, then that person is not for you. And you shouldn't feel bad for like making a choice that you wanted to make. It's not a wrong choice. You don't want to do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to accept that. Don't do something that you don't want to do because you're doing each other a disservice. But they wanted it. Who gives a fuck? Why would you want something that someone else doesn't want?
Yeah.
Like I've never understood that. It's like I wouldn't want to sleep with someone or be with someone or be with anyone who doesn't want to be with me. That's why it's also like the whole the choice option.
Yeah.
If you got an option to choose between two and you don't want to choose me, why would I want you to choose? Like I only want to be with people. I only want to sleep with people. I only want to be around people that want to do all those things with me. Not like try to like force and come on, babe, just touch it. No, fuck that. Like I only want to be with people that want to be with me. I couldn't even get hard if someone didn't want to be with me. Why would you like? She probably wouldn't be able to get excited to sleep with someone because that's not what she wants. So she's forcing herself to do something. Fuck that.
But that, AJ, like that mindset that you have is because you're not selfish. So you're going into meeting someone thinking, I obviously want this person to also want me and be comfortable, but you're also thinking about that other person as well.
100%. You know how many dates that I've had where it's like we've probably ended back at one of our houses and like I'm just not feeling sex. Not because I don't find them attractive. I'm just not feeling it. I'm like, we'll just cuddle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, or there've been dates where I've been on a date and, you know, she'll be like, oh, I want to come over, I want to hang out, but like, I don't want sex. Not a problem. And then literally we'll just sit there the whole movie, won't make no moves, nothing. And she's like, oh, like, what? Like, yeah. Like, you didn't want sex. I'm not going to, like, over encroach, I think that's the word, or overstep my boundaries. If you don't want it, that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's, again, I think, it's not a selfish thing, but I think it's just a human thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, like, if that's they don't want it, I don't want it. What the fuck would I want? Why would I want something, like, why would I want to do something if someone else doesn't want that? If
they
you don't
wanna
want me,
please them.
why do I want, like, I don't want that.
Yeah, but I think they're going into it thinking what they can get out of it. So if they might want it, they don't really care about what the other person wants. But in saying that, then that weeds out the people that aren't for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I think, like, if you are really interested in someone, if you really like somebody and they're holding out for whatever reason they don't want to have sex.
I hold out if I really like people.
You what?
I hold out. If I see something going further, like, I just kick back a little bit.
So do I.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Sure, cowgirl?
Oh, jeez. Whew.
Not just
After
that
the
one
stories,
time.
Just that one
the stories I've
time on
told
the finger
you.
dance floor?
Woo-wee. No, I do. And I don't know about you guys, but I get more.
My ex thought I was gay.
Why? Because you
Because he
wouldn't.
didn't make a move.
No. I waited like a couple. Mind you, I was like a little menace back then. Like I was
You?
Last
flaky.
year.
You?
No, like, I was cheap. Like, I was like, I had fun. You know, like I wasn't.
I think
trust
we
me,
all go through that
I wasn't
stage.
gay. Definitely not gay. I know that.
Ruled that one out.
But she thought I was gay. She's like, yeah, I thought you were gay. I'm like, why? She's like, well, you didn't try to kiss me or anything. Oh shit, babe, I'm a gentleman. You know, cool, calm, collected.
I think girls are so used to the opposite.
Yeah.
That when you get that, you're like, are you into me? Like, do you think I'm
Yeah, but they get turned on even more because you got self-restraint.
Oh, it's great.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, you want to play? All right, we'll be cheeky. But
Yeah.
like, until then, self-restraint. Like
Yeah.
it's part of being a gentleman. She's
Yeah.
gonna find it so much hotter if you don't try bang her and it just naturally happens.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Preach. All right, so to wrap that one up, she just needs to look for the right people.
Yes.
And if she comes across people that don't respect that, they're not her
Ciao.
person.
Thank
Yeah.
you. They're a stepping stone closer to exactly who you're meant to be.
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for coming on, AJ.
Oh, was that it? Oh,
Hey,
shit.
I
We
really-
got one more?
I
Can we
really-
get one more? Aiden?
Can we do, actually, I do have
5
one.
minutes.
Okay,
Here we go.
I do have
See,
one more.
it's all about being persuasive. Thank you.
Okay, you ready? This one's from Diana.
I love Princess Diana.
R.I.P.
Hey, Natasha. Hey, AJ.
Thank you for the
My
hello.
question is about
Fuck.
hygiene. I am very particular about making sure that I feel fresh before sexy time. So much so that I will sometimes stop the warm up just to go shower.
Yes.
And I really, really want my movie moment when you see a couple coming home from a date and they bust into their house and they can't keep their hands off of one another. They're against the wall, against the counter, and they just get right to it. But I have found myself in this moment many times in my life, and I literally stop him just so I can go take a shower.
Girl, you're just like me,
In
honey.
my head about this, should I be worried about natural smells? Or if I'm on a date and I go to the bathroom, I get paranoid that there's toilet paper pieces there. Am I thinking way too hard about this?
No.
I just want my sexy movie moment.
She wants a sexy movie moment, though. How
Yeah.
does she do that?
Take it into the fucking shower. Go in the shower. Get in the shower. Listen.
Okay.
You can have the sex. You literally grab their hand. Come, let's go. Let's get in the shower. That's hot. That's the hot. Like, that's the sexy movie moment. Get in the shower. Get in the shower.
Aren't we all pretty much prepared, though? I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. Obviously, we can't tell what's going to happen in the future.
Shower.
Okay, but what happens? All right, how's this, AJ?
Shower.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
After the shower.
I've showered, and then I've got a date. I've showered, dinner date, a few drinks, get back home. We can have our movie moment. We don't have to shower again. Who's
Shower.
not showering? I would like to think most people are showering on the daily, unless you've just gone to the gym and you're stinking you in
I
the
shower 3 times a day.
So do I.
You shower three times a day?
Where do you shower? What? Like upon waking
Well,
up?
it's so if I work out in the mornings.
Yeah.
So, but I shower the night before. So I'm one of them guys who's pedantic. So I change my sheets once or twice a week.
Yeah, that's standard.
Yeah, I do
that's
that.
not
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
No, I don't know who you're. That's not standard.
Not for boys.
Not for boys. Boys fucking.
Boys are
some
gross.
some
Really?
weird reason this
Yeah.
cunt hasn't fucking changed his sheets since he moved out of his mother's house 3 years ago.
Ew.
Like I'm like once or twice a week, and I got the sprays every day, like the fucking linen spray. I'm hardcore. So
You work out, you shower.
work out, shower, go about my day, get home. After I go to the bathroom, like I need a shower. I'm like the number 2 thingy. Like as soon as I can, I get shower.
So you only go once a day.
I got a bidet. I was staying at the W, and they got a bidet. That thing is off its head. I want to get one for the house. I've already messaged my plumber.
Did you hear my question?
Yeah.
I
Well,
was just said, do you only go to the toilet
Yeah,
once
what
a
happens
day?
if you've got to go several times a day?
nah, I do, but then sometimes I got to shower. Like if
Okay.
I'm not feeling well, I'll shower like 3
That's
4
fair.
times a day.
Yeah.
I get that.
Okay, and then the evening before you go to bed, which I think is a standard for most people. Like, surely.
Yeah, but
You've
like-
got to shower before you go to bed.
But like
I know some people
3
who
4 showers a
don't.
day.
Yeah, no, ew. You got to wash the day off.
Yeah.
I gotta
And we
wash,
get into
like,
your sheets. It's all nice. You're nice and clean.
Quarter
Your
of
sheets
it.
are clean.
every 6
The
hours.
best. Every 6 hours. Whoo-wee.
I'm
Okay, so
clean.
AJ, all right. So, well, how do we answer that question? You're saying just shower. Is she ever going to
No,
have
just
her...
if that's what makes her happy, that's her movie moment. You can't have you. Well,
But she
you-
can't have her movie moment.
Okay, I don't really talk about like my own personal experiences because I'm shy. About like I remember this one time a couple of years ago, like this girl, she was waiting for me after I got home from work.
Yeah.
And literally, she was in like she opened the door to a cute little. She was in a cute little set. I still remember it's like the red lacy ones, like the teddies and anyway, we're gonna get into it. I get flashbacks. And like I'm like, look, it's like we all got hot and heavy. It was right about the thing. I'm like, look. Because I'm also like a gentleman. I've been using my Willy Bear all day. Like, I've been going to the bathroom and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to make someone go
Yeah,
down on
yeah.
me when he's not clean.
Yeah.
He got clean.
Yeah.
There is nothing more that like will scare me in this life. You can call me anything. Call me a cunt. Call me arrogant. Call me rude, whatever. You can't call me unhygienic. I would rather be called an arrogant gronk, you know,
Then stinky AJ.
Or a girl turns around and says, "You're up yourself." Yep, not a problem. As long as you call me up myself, but you're a hygienic up yourself person, right? I'd rather a woman sit and say he only lasted 30 seconds than a woman say he wasn't really hygienic.
Yeah.
I'd rather her say that he didn't know what he was doing than her say he was unhygienic. You can never say I was unhygienic. I won't let
Well,
it go.
that's good to know. We all know that now, AJ, that you're nice and clean, which is good.
I'm focused on work. Don't shoot no shots.
No,
Don't do
that's
nothing.
good. That's good to know.
Like,
Just
yeah, no.
mental note.
Shower.
Yeah.
Just take him in there with you. You can still have your movie moment. They fucking kissed in the rain in the Notebook. There you go, shower.
And let's be honest, you might be thinking you're having your movie moment, but if things aren't clean and you're getting into it, it's not going to be much of a moment for you.
How's this? You know your movie moment?
What?
You're the director. You decide what the moment is.
Boom.
Shit.
Mic drop.
What a way to end the podcast.
You got one more? I'm going to get in trouble. Crack a smile.
AJ, throw us a question to round things out for me and see. Go.
Yeah, why can't we have one more?
Go.
What is your hottest possible tip you can give anyone?
For a girl?
Both.
Hottest tip I can give anyone in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Eye contact.
Hard. You gotta look into the soul. Don't be intimidated by it. You know, most guys like that. I
So
contact people
underrated.
It's
I
hot.
contact people on the street.
Yeah.
I love
I found this
looking at
one in
people-
Melbourne,
yeah.
like-
People find it so intimidating.
I know. She looked at
I
me
play
and
games.
I looked at her and I like.
It's a game of mine.
Yeah.
Call me psycho, but I fucking love it.
That is
That's
psychotic.
good.
I dated someone who just always had his eyes closed when we had sex, and I'd be like,
No.
"Hello,
How do you
where
see
are
where
you?"
you're going?
Yeah.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Yeah, nah.
No.
It's fun. All right, Sig, what's yours?
Mine's more self-pleasure instead of with a partner, is learning how to pleasure yourself in ways outside of using vibrators. That's back to the question that we did before, but just really learning what
gotta
you
upgrade,
enjoy. And I feel as if as women from like a really young age, we don't get to explore it enough. And it was
Yeah.
only till like my mid-20s where I was just like, oh, this is what I like. And I want to do more of this. And then you explore to the next level. And then you still have your vibrators, your butt plugs, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. But there's other ways to give yourself self-pleasure without the toys.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I'm going to tell you cheat code. Breath work.
Breathwork.
Breath work.
That's yours?
100%.
Okay.
Breath work.
Love that. There's our 3 tips. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, big love, Coach Tash.